What's going on, people? JC2K here, and this is the Anime Webtoon podcast. I'm here with the squad, as always, talking about what's Tower of God episode 3.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
We got Nox here from
Project MANGA.
And we got Project Webtoon down here. Seraph, baby, what's going on, man?
What up, y'all? It's Seraph from Project Webtoon. It's nice to see y'all again.
So, guys, episode 3. Just
Gas.
general, just right off the cuff. What'd you think about it?
Wait. So, real quick. Last week, Nox was not on the show.
Oh,
What'd you think of episode 2?
Episode
It was
2.
great. It was incredible. The only things that I wanted to really say was like the Shinsu wall scene was perfect. Liroro's voice actor, is that Aizawa?
I think it was Aizawa. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It sounds like him. It's like that deep, like unenthused. You know what I mean? A lot of other Japanese voice actors have that, but I feel like they're like pulling.
Right.
Like we got All Might in there. You know what I'm saying? We got Jiraiya and shit. Like Aizawa's pretty famous.
You gotta
now.
pull him. You know.
Yeah, but I see our stuff now. Cool. All right, anyway.
There we go.
But yeah, the episode was great. Liroro was awesome. Buddy with the fucking like shark teeth or whatever, and the sniper rifle getting hit with the Shinsu.
Nice, yeah. Mo was crying at the end, dog. He had the tears in his
That
eyes.
was crazy. That shit was so sick. That scene was so well done. Like the music in every episode has been great, and I feel like the last time, like I don't know, I talk about Hunter x Hunter, like I talk about Hunter x Hunter on like everything. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
Any chance that I get, you know what I'm saying? And like Hunter x Hunter's OST is one of my favorites of all time because I feel like they just knew, like whoever they got like deciding what tracks go where
Right.
in Hunter x Hunter, like that motherfucker knows what the fuck he's doing, and like I get that exact same vibe inside of Tower of God. And there aren't a lot of anime I feel like that like have perfect placement of OSTs in every scene. You know what I mean? And I'm feeling that yeah, I'm feeling that a lot now in the Tower of God adaptation so far. But that's pretty much all I had to say about it, really.
And then Literal Row is Overhaul, not.
Oh
Aizawa.
yeah, it is. Wow, it is Chisaki. Yeah, dude.
Nice.
So he plays a great villain. Is what you saying?
Yeah, pretty much what he's saying.
No, I'm saying he's got good voice.
Yeah. So episode 3, guys. General, just off the top, like, what do you guys think of episode 3?
Gas, water,
Gas.
electric, all your bills,
All the above, dog.
everything.
Nah, that shit was hella fire. Seeing the doors pop up and the way that they portrayed for the guessing game was pretty tight as well.
Yeah.
Seeing Balloon Man was cold as fuck, and like seeing Rack just climb the fucking walls.
Yeah,
that shit was not in the Webtoon, dog.
Yeah, there's a
that.
whole bunch not in the webtoon.
I know this whole
That's cool,
episode
but
there was not a lot in there.
But that's cool though, because it's like do you really want it to be a shot for shot adaptation?
Exactly.
I mean, like there are a lot that do that like really well, like inside of like Hunter x Hunter, for example. Trying to think of other ones that do it like that. Fucking My Hero Academia might as well be shot for shot too. I mean, like I haven't really noticed too many things
Yeah, you're right about that.
are wildly different than the manga. But I mean, like little scenes like that, it's just like if you're going to cut out like long, like pointless
Dialogue,
quote unquote dialogues, then
Right.
like you might as well put other kind of character moments in there. And that was great for Rack. The Kun flashback that we got, like in little bits, and I don't remember those being placed there. So it's like cool to see like what decisions. I mean, if it wasn't a webtoon, someone correct me in the chat. But it's cool seeing like how the animation studio decides to like place like this information that we know we get, but like not in order. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, but like well placed regardless. The music that plays at the end towards the end of the episode when Liroro is giving the information for the crown game, that fucking guitar riff, amazing.
Man, I have to go back and watch this episode because y'all talking about music. I haven't heard.
That's my favorite OST so far.
I can't remember any type of music ever in this episode. Like I don't ever listen to music. I'm a visual person, so I'm looking at it. And then when I go back, I'm like, oh, there's music here. Then that's where I go. All right, Sarah, what about you?
Holy moly.
Oh, dude, I fucking loved it. Seeing Rack some more was tight as fuck. Seeing Liroro and then seeing the other, we got to see Quant for a little bit as well at the ending there.
Fuck yeah, that's my.
Yeah, we got
guy.
to see Quant, bro. That shit was tight, bro. And then we also got to see, Lehel some more. Fuck it. I think like some of our more.
Roast JD last episode because for Lehel.
Yep.
Trent said the words. All right, good. Because it's like, dude, I knew that, dude. Like, I knew that. You know what I mean? Like, I studied Japanese for like 6 years, and like, I know that Tower of God is like Korean,
Right.
but like, coming into like Japanese like adaptation like area, it's like Japanese language doesn't really have a che sound.
Okay.
And yeah, like you know what I mean. And when it's ra, like it's always gonna be ra, unless like if it wanted to lei sound, like going into like a leicho, then it would have to be like lei or rei. You know what I mean? And like I just knew I knew pronunciation was gonna be lahel. I'm having a hard time explaining it.
Lahel.
You've been
He fried us, bro. He fried us. He's like, y'all reading those hood translations.
Hood translation. Where JD at? He's not in the chat. He probably ran away after he heard that.
He got me
lahel and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure that's how they're gonna say it. But.
Check got us with that last week.
So when I watched episode 3, like I gotta get my mind out of
I think someone says you're muted.
Who is muted?
It says
you top left.
Is top left mute for anyone else?
Oh, let me open up the stream
for anyone else.
Oh, everybody else hears him. Sorry, 7 Rick.
Damn, you can't hear me, bro. But you know what? Hopefully we'll get that fixed. But
yeah,
episode
I just turned it up and I heard him.
3 for me. I gotta get out of my mind. Like I keep reading the webtoon, and I'm like, okay, when I see a difference, it takes me out of it. Like I'm like, okay, that's really different, and this is different. And I'm sitting here watching, like they're using rock as like literally a couch. They're like just sitting on them, and I'm sitting here like they're sitting on them. Like, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if when Kun was having a flashback and the balloon guy was talking to him, paper bag balloon, whatever it is,
paper bag balloon man.
So did Kun actually attack him in the webtoon? Because I was like, I don't remember him actually.
I didn't remember that either. I don't think he does.
I don't think he did attack him at all.
Like that. That's another thing.
That's the thing. I was like,
he didn't want to run hands in the webtoon. He just kind of like let him be and let him talk.
I think he does like cuss him out though. Like I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, I know he says something to him, and then like Kun attacks him. Rock is literally asleep, wakes up, and like, oh, we throwing hands. Like, let me in here. Like I was like, oh, like. They're putting in and making decisions to make like, okay, if there's heavy dialogue, they're putting something else there.
Yeah.
Because they know that people are going to fall asleep from the heavy dialogue, so they're using rock as comedic, just comedic the whole show.
Good.
He's climbing walls. He's doing.
Calling everybody turtles, dog. It's
like,
the
I don't know
best.
How far you are, but like he's got his moments where he turns up. Like he's more than enough of a serious character.
Yeah, no,
his dynamic is just like.
And number
so
2, I didn't realize he was so big. Like,
yeah, he's big as fuck. But like,
oh, he's huge.
I just think it's great that SIU chose to give like the comedic role to the most menacing looking
character.
And the biggest one. I mean, like his personality.
Like, nobody else looks like bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a different kind of like. I'm only in season 2. I'm in the workshop battle in season 2, but fucking, which that shit is cold blooded too. But fucking, I don't know like. Rack's origin yet, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really know, but like he seems like a different kind of motherfucker than everybody else that's there. So yeah.
So when it comes
Rack
to
is definitely hard as fuck.
When it comes to the I'm calling it the guessing game.
The door game?
Yeah, what we call it the guessing game.
Bro, that shit is so fucking sick, bro. Like that's such a cool idea for a fucking test, bro.
Exactly.
You don't expect it. You would have to think a lot more than just opening a door and guessing. You know,
this is right out of like and like I was talking to somebody on Twitter or whatever, like someone was making like a comparison to Kun and like Killua or whatever. I'm not gonna go into it because it's kind of spoiler for season 2.
Love that comparison. I say it all the time.
Yeah,
Killua.
I'm not gonna go into exactly what the comparison was because it's kind of spoilery for people who like only watch the anime. But like basically like the kind of like the exchange that I was having with this person on Twitter is I was like the inspiration is clearly there from like Killua.
Clearly.
And he was like, someone said like SIU hasn't even seen Hunter x Hunter. Like they already said that, Kun was based on like a soccer player. And I'm like, fam. And actually it's not even Kun, it's another character. But anyway, basically I was like, he hasn't seen Hunter x Hunter. That is that's so crazy to me, considering how popular that series is in the East, in the West, no matter where you are. You know what I mean? I don't know how old SIU is, but like it's just weird.
He's like 29.
It's just weird that he wouldn't have seen a series like that where like and then is just like coincidentally like writing the beginning of his story in such a similar way. Like this door test is very reminiscent to me of the very first test that Gon Killua or Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio take with that old grandmother that like asked them like, who would you save, your like wife or your daughter or whatever, before they actually go to, you know, like the official hunter exam or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they just had to say, they like, the answer was just like, don't answer. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like, how do you pick between your mom and your girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it was. And fucking, you know, the answer to the test was just don't say shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like in a situation, I can't think of too many other stories. I've read a lot. I can't think of too many other like intellect and like logic and like reason based like testing stories where you have like a test where it's like, okay, let's trick you and make you think it's like something that you can deductively reason the answer for, but actually it's just do anything in this amount of time and you win. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's a little bit too similar. It's eerily similar for someone who hasn't read or seen the series.
Yeah, I was told that that the person was actually a fan of Hunter x Hunter, and that's why they modeled a lot of the characters. But I mean, who knows who's right, who knows who's wrong? But the way that the anime did it, I was just like, okay, this all made sense to me. When I read it, it was cool, but it was so dialogue heavy. I kind of zoned out when I was reading it. But when I got to anime, I was like, oh, well, you know, Kun is out here sweating, boy's having flashbacks, he's having PTSD. And Rox is climbing the walls. Next thing you know, he's like, we're just gonna open the door, like whatever. He wasn't even in the anime. He wasn't even awake during the conversation with Paper Bag Balloon Guy. He was asleep.
And I can't remember how that was in the webtoon.
The webtoon, he was awake. Actually, the way didn't even show him. It is kind of just like he was just there.
Bro, did y'all see fucking Zoro in the fucking episode?
No, I didn't.
Bro, there's a fucking dude. He's like a dark skinned Zoro. He doesn't have green hair, but he's got a fucking like scar over his eye.
That's what's in the Discord.
And he's got white shirt, he's got the baggy pants, he's got the fucking like light green haramaki with the fucking like lines going, like it's the exact same, like it's a clear, you know, like aesthetic.
Clear
like,
as day, Zoro.
Borrowing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw him, I was like, like I had to I was doing a walkthrough in my Discord, like right before I got on the stream with y'all. Because I hadn't seen the episode yet. And I was like, bro. I was like, hold on, I rewound that shit like 5 times.
Yo, someone in Discord put that picture up there. And I was
nigga.
He said nigga Zoro, and I was like, I don't know what this means or why you just said it. And he put the picture up, and I was like, I missed it in the episode, but he put it in the Discord, and I was like, I didn't know what that is until now. So
definitely fucking Zoro, bro.
So Seraph, when it came to, why do I keep calling this a guessing game? But anyways.
Oh, okay. I had to go through the Discord to see Zoro.
So how'd you feel that
it's
that
in
whole
our
scene went for
like
you?
It's in our like group chat?
Yeah.
No, it's in the Hunters Association
all right.
Discord.
I'll look at you later. I seen the shit. I noticed it.
Yeah.
I peeped it.
But for the door game, I really liked how they took it upon them. Like, sure, in like the webtoon, it was like a couple of chapters longer type deal. They had more dialogue and things like that. But the way they like just kind of like pushed it, it was cool because they were just like, Kun is busy thinking. He's like flashbacking, going back to Maria, whoever that is. I don't even know who she is, dog.
Oh, whoa.
Dude, like my only criticism with the show is that like you clearly want to do season 1 and 13 episodes. And I'm sitting here going like, okay, like I get it because like you think that heavy exposition or heavy dialogue scares people away, but it's like, fam, it's like me, myself, like for Western audiences, maybe I'm speaking for, you know, the majority of Western audiences, at least in what I've seen in my experience, it's like, give me all the words, bro.
Yeah,
like I read books, fam.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I read science fiction books, my nigga. I read fucking Lord of the Rings, you know what I'm saying? Where the motherfucker will spend fucking 3 fucking chapters explaining the blades of grass on the fucking ground. Like I'll eat all that shit up, bro.
Exactly, bro.
Like don't fucking take my dialogue away. Like that's the only like
Yeah,
you know
I want it, but at the same time, like, go ahead, Sarah.
I get it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking like they were gonna like probably spend like another half episode on the door game because there was so much dialogue in the door game. But like they got to.
I think that they killed it, taking dialogue away from, because I felt like he was thinking about that shit a little bit too.
He was thinking.
He was thinking hard as fuck until Rack is just like
all the points of his thought process.
Yeah, when I was reading, I was like, bro, like it's not that deep, but apparently for him it was.
No, because like think of yourself in that situation though. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was like, hold on, we need more clues, and they, you know, and Son is like, you got enough clues.
Hey, so
you know what I'm like? I'd be like,
sipping his coffee, dog, his cafe latte, my guy.
I would be over. I'm already an overthinker, so I would like my dialogue if I was in that shit would be crazy. Like I would fail the test.
So you would have died because you've been thinking for
straight.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I would
my
fail the test.
mindset's like Rax. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
So they showed the pit that they would like fall into.
They looked into it, but they didn't show us what.
They
Was
didn't
Yeah, they
in
didn't
the
show us
pit.
what it was.
But then Rax said like, I hate needles.
Yeah,
So there's needles in there, right? I don't remember.
I guess he's like, I thought he was talking about the swords. It's like, what is he talking about? Hating needles? But that, man, we're getting to the big reveal. But okay, the crown game. Begin the crown game.
I'm sorry, real quick. 7 Reek 5. They're definitely watering down for the casuals meatheads. Like that's cool, but it's just like, why would you start with Tower of God then if you want to tell a meathead, if you want to cater to meatheads? Why wouldn't you just start with
God of High School?
You know
That's
what
true.
I'm saying? Because like the first, you know, and the God of High School, the more it goes on, like becomes less and less of a meathead story, even though like it still maintains its meatheadery pretty much like consistently throughout. But like that's obviously, you know what I'm saying, like tournament after combat after, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why wouldn't you just start there if you want a story or if you want a series that's going to cater to casuals and meatheads? Like, and why wouldn't you just save fucking Tower of God for like maybe like third, so that you can like actually have like a 26 episode first season where you adapt it like perfectly? And I'm not saying that this isn't an incredible adaptation, but like I was like going back to what I was saying earlier, it's like, don't take my dialogue away.
Yeah, so Tower of God is, I guess everybody would agree, is the best story because you guys are farther than I am, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
So
I don't know
they have
how
the
far you
best
are.
story among the three that are coming out: Noblesse and God of High School. Would you say that?
I mean, I feel like I can't be more than 100 behind on God of High School, and I'm only in season 2 of Tower of God, and I'm putting Tower of God webtoon above a lot of things that I read and that
Right.
I have read.
So
Yeah,
at this
I
point-
mean, like I think I would agree that story-wise, Tower of God is beating all of them, but
I mean, I'm not sure where the story is going to go for Tower of God, but at the same time, if they're going to get to 76 chapters, 13 episodes, apparently it's going to get really good at some point, and at least it'll cater to the meatheads. I guess you could say eventually it'll get there. I think they're banging like they're counting on the story. Like they're saying, hey, we can get through the beginning part and cut out the filler and not the filler, but the dialogue and everything else. We can get people hooked. And then once this is done and they're like, okay, the fighting, the story is good, then now we're gonna hit you with something else just for meatheads. And then now Webtoons is popping off because God of High School come out and there's nothing but fighting.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty clear here that like Crunchyroll isn't going to miss with any of these adaptations. They're very confident about them.
Right.
Mappa has God of High School. Obviously, what's the name of the studio on Tower of God? I see it every time in the fucking credits and I can't remember. Anyway, whoever them niggas are, they're clearly killing the game with this.
Right.
I mean, and they're killing it more so, like I feel like than people realize, because, well, maybe not more than people realize, but like more than it seems on the surface level, because like you're fitting 72 fucking chapters into 13 episodes.
I wonder how
and
they're
it
gonna do
doesn't feel like, as like, even though I have my like complaints about like don't take my dialogue away, it doesn't feel as awkward as like Magi's adaptation. Magi's adaptation was great too. Both seasons were fire, but they fit like 150 fucking episodes in 2 seasons. Like that's weird, or 150 chapters in like 2 seasons. Like that's weird as shit. Like damn near 200 fucking chapters in fucking like 2 seasons. Like that's weird as shit. Like they covered all the way through the fucking like first war with like the finalis and fucking fuck, it's been forever since I read that shit.
I didn't even read manga. I watched the anime, so I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh dude. Oh yeah, dude. Fucking the Magi adaptation is like, I feel like Tower of God and Magi are the most blitzed adaptations that I've fucking seen coming out of like a manga. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like anime only, like no manga source or whatever, like shows that like like seem like really quickly paced or whatever, but like for like something that's like coming out of like a manga and a successful one at that, I feel like Magi and Tower of God take it for like blitzed adaptations, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just crazy that like when it happens to Magi, I'm like, I'm cool with this, but like I'm like 60-40 cool. Like I'm like I'll take this over nothing.
Well,
Or I'll take
it's
this
like it's
over,
better
like,
than nothing.
filler. Yeah, it's definitely better than nothing, and it's actually very exceptional. It's the adaptations in both seasons of Magi are great, but like for a story like Magi, it's like, why do you need to go that fast? Like, what are you what's the thought process behind that? You know what I mean? But
Right.
but Tower of God, is going that fast too, and it's like you have 500 plus chapters to adapt. Like you didn't like Magi like had like a little bit more of an excuse. Like there was only like 280, 300 fucking chapters when season 1 started. I don't know, maybe even less than that. Like you got 500 over here, cuz. Relax.
Yeah, you got time. You got material.
Yeah, like you can take your fucking time with this, and it's like if you don't want to take your time because you want to cater to casual or meathead audiences, then just fucking start with God of High School. Then
I mean, you're right about that. I mean,
I don't understand
see your point.
The politics behind it. Like I get it, you know, like Tower of God is the fucking flagship webtoon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like the fucking like cornerstone of the fucking like medium or whatever. But like, it's like, gee, make an executive decision here, like. But they're killing the game. They're doing
it's still doing good.
These are small like nitpicky things that I like. Yeah, they're killing it. They're killing the game with that shit.
All right, so when it comes to the Crown game, Seraph, how do you feel about the beginning of it? They explained the Crown game and how it works for the most part, and I was still confused, even though I've read it and
even though you read it, you're like,
I got you, bro. So basically, there's a crown and there's a throne.
Yes.
One of your people choose to put the crown on and sit on the throne. They can't leave the throne for the whole game.
Got that.
And you have to defend until the end of the game. And if whoever's sitting on the throne with the crown wins that round or wins that whatever. But like if you win, I think 3 times in a row, the game is over and you've won the whole shit. Mm-hmm. So like everyone
That's
gets
the part I was missing.
Yeah, everyone gets to decide when they decide to take part in the crown game.
Right.
But like if you wait too long to participate, because obviously you're at a disadvantage if you win the first round and then try to maintain that crown throughout the whole game. So like you're it's obviously like a little bit of logic there says like maybe you should wait a little bit to like join the competition. But if you wait too long, then the game can end before you even have a chance to participate, because you only have to win 3 times with the fucking crown to end the entire competition. So that's basically like
that's the part I was missing right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Seraph, how do you feel about the crown game beginning?
So far, I'm enjoying it. The only thing that like kind of got me was like, what is the Green April's motions? How slow it was compared to like the webtoon, where it was just super fast paced and just people were getting thrown into a wall.
Because I think they want to show, you know,
like how it works,
like the shape shifting like aspect of it. Because like in the webtoon, okay, so like this is something that I was very happy about. Like, and this is something that I was waiting for in the anime, because I was like, okay. And when I'm reading this, obviously SIU's illustrations in the beginning are something that people complain about, and like his action sequences seem like how do I explain this? Okay, so like as the creator, how this fight goes in your mind in motion,
right?
But as a novice comic book creator, you might have a hard time translating that vision on paper inside of the limit you set yourself for like page length and whatever, and like you might like, you know, like do something here, you know, and like show, you know, a moment of action that you can put together in your head because you see it moving, it's coming from your mind. So like you might make the decision to draw a certain sequence this way because it makes sense to you, without like enough like cognitive, you know, like thought of like how other people might perceive it. And I'm not saying that the beginning illustrations like don't show action well inside of Tower of God, but compared to now what we're seeing in the actual fluid motion of the animation, you could totally tell, since SIU obviously is overseeing this and making sure that it's right, and he's saying like you're doing this correctly, that obviously like he might have done a poor job, you know, like when he was originally drawing it, like showing what this action is supposed to be, because there were a lot of times in the first season of Tower of God where I didn't really have any idea of what the action panels were telling me, you know what I mean? But I could tell that the Green April was a shape-shifting kind of weapon, but because like at one point it's a needle, at one point it's like it looks like a very hard scythe, but it's very malleable, it's very fluid, and it shapeshifts very like symbiotic in like if you're talking about like Carnage and like Venom, like and you're thinking about shit like that, or like maybe there's a better example that I could use.
That's what I thought about when I was looking at it.
But I feel like
thinking of how
it's more Carnage than Venom, but like I feel like there's still a better example that I could use. But anyway, I could tell it was doing shit like that, but I felt like the webtoon didn't tell me that,
didn't portray that much
as good as I like would have wanted it to. But the animation killed the fucking game on that shit.
It fucking knocked it out of the park. I liked it a lot.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
And like just seeing a knot go off was tight as fuck, and then like it's just fucking jeez, dude.
Yo,
I'm just waiting for Rack. Coon and bam, they go out there, dog.
Yo, Anak got them hands, bro. I was like, okay, I've read it before, so I knew how strong she was, and I'm to a part where, you know, I can't do the spoilers, but I know how strong she is and why she's so strong. But
when dude punched her in the side of the head and she didn't move, whoa! I was like,
what his hand
that was my favorite part.
Damn near broken, dog.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Yo, I was like, yo, you just gonna not move? Like she intentionally got hit. I was
She gonna
like,
just
was
stand
just
there like
that
that.
was the best part of the episode for me.
yo, so how about number one, when the anime put in the dialogue of, I don't go easy on people no matter if they're weak or they're strong.
Yeah, that was
So
love.
she told me number
that
one.
wasn't in the webtoon?
Nah, not that,
you
not
sure?
that part. Yeah, I'm definitely sure.
You're positive?
I'm
Chat?
100% sure. I'm almost 100% sure.
Hey, yo, chat, where y'all
Chat
at?
will check you. I feel like I remember that dialogue, but I could be wrong. But chat will
But
check
anyway,
you if
so
you're,
so Naka's out here like literally putting hands on people, like combos.
Thank you, Pond.
They're in the air. She's hitting them multiple times, just throwing people against the walls, and I'm sitting here like,
lovely. It was lovely.
it was like
It was
okay,
a show,
this-
dog. It was tight.
See, like, I'm a big fan of when anime studios like if you have drawn a action sequence perfectly, like anything by Yusuke Murata, Gon versus Hisoka in Heaven's Arena, you know, like there's a litany of examples that I could fucking pull. Like, you don't need to add, you know what I'm saying, like extra movements and shit. Like, you can literally do shot for shot, you know, action sequences, and we've seen that, and we've seen those, you know what I mean, in other stories. Like Gon versus Hisoka is a prime example. If you watch Gon versus Hisoka in the anime and then go read the exact same chapters for that,
right.
there's nothing that the anime adds to that fight because Togashi drew that fight so perfectly. In Tower of God, I'm very happy, and usually I like when, you know, like a series will do that if the combat is established, you know, properly in the comic that is being adapted. But for Tower of God, I was like, fuck yeah. I'm so glad that they didn't use like still images back to back, you know, like we saw in season 4 of fucking like My Hero Academia for the fucking overhaul arc with like Mirio versus Overhaul and shit. Like, they did that shit and I was like, y'all are tweaking. But like in this, I was like, fuck yeah, give me all of those extra movements, give me all of that, like paint that picture as vividly as you can in the way
So
that
we know what we were reading.
Yes, exactly.
Go ahead and read the chat,
plus,
everybody. Go
like,
ahead and read the chat. Just let you guys know.
She didn't
No,
say
she
it.
didn't.
Good shit.
All right.
Fuck yeah, dude.
JC's winning.
W's, little W's.
Here's the
It's
thing.
a little W.
I gotta ask you guys the question. At
Yeah.
the very end, what do you guys think about how they changed the position of the story? Because Bam looks over there and he says Rachel, and I'm like, that's kind of early, bro. What you doing? You don't realize
Was that
Rachel was
early?
there until
Yeah, it's very early.
yeah, because
Because
I don't think he realized it until she starts participating, right? Until the round she comes in, right?
yeah, they blow the hood off her head and everything.
Well, it's because of how fast they're trying to go, I would assume.
And I was sitting here like, I mean, I wasn't. It's not a deal
Blaine
breaker.
agrees. He doesn't like the Rachel reveal being that early.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I would like
I
it to be in the
probably
next
do.
episode, like when
That's
they
what I was
are about to
thinking,
go in. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, it's like, dude, they're fitting 72 chapters in 13 episodes. So it's like, do you want that Rachel? Do you want that Rachel identification to be like literally 2 seconds in the show, or do you want like there to be like a small, you know, like realization here and then like, you know, another one later? You know what I mean? Like, because like think about how fast this next episode is going to move.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
gonna
mean?
move.
So it's like,
They do be moving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
JD,
went
you
back
having a
and
good
forth
night at
on
work,
it,
bro?
Where's
and I
JD?
he's in the
JD's
chat.
in the chat.
What's he saying? Where is he? Which one is he?
JDHD24.
I don't even see him yet. Dude, I don't know how you get... Oh, because you're on PC, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go to hell.
Yo, when I saw
we're already living here,
we're
but
looking at Bam, right? In this
We're already living
entire
here.
story, Bam is aloof. He's not paying attention to anything. He's always late on everything that goes on.
Yeah,
in the
they're making
story.
him seem like James Bond in this shit.
And then next thing you
on the
know,
fucking come up.
as soon as he sees Rachel, he's
Yeah.
it's like a crackhead or something, bro. Like Rachel, a blonde Rachel. He saw her from across the room,
It's
bro.
the freckles, bro. Only her and Shibisu have freckles.
Yeah, her from across the room. Or
Shibisu better get more
Bro,
quality content, baby.
Like the only person that he's ever known for his entire life. Obviously, he's gonna spot him from across the room instantly. Like,
but I'm looking at the story, right? And if he knows Rachel's there already, like, how could he even perform? Like, he'd want to go over there and talk to her or something, right?
Yeah. Just based on like the character that we've seen so far. Exactly. Yeah, this is his entire motivation. He says he doesn't care about the tests. Obviously, if he sees her, he should be like, fuck all this shit. Let me go talk to the girl. Yeah.
Let me go get answers of what's going on here.
So my last and final question.
That's a good point, Blaine. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Blaine, he said Slave and Utero must have hated how slow he made Bam in the beginning to oversee like something like that. Well, I mean, it's hard to say because like either like Crunchyroll addressed him and was like, look, fam, I know this is your story, but like we're doing this in 13 episodes.
They had that man weave,
like, and SIU would be like, all right, well, like this money's talking, so do your thing, bro. As long as you don't do anything like wildly deviating,
don't butcher it,
from my story, like go crazy, just give me my check. Or Slave and Utero was like, yeah, I'm all for this because I kind of regret these decisions that I made in the webtoon. Which one's more likely? I don't know, but yeah.
All right, so guys, my last question, because I might be in the majority of this one, because normally I'm controversial when it comes to this podcast, but do you think that the anime so far is doing it better than the webtoon?
No.
I think so. Never mind, I'm not in the majority.
Like season. Okay. So like it's definitely like it's hard for me to answer that question because like obviously the anime is addressing things that like were my main issues in season 1 of the webtoon, but like at the same time the pacing is like conflicting with my like interests, right? Because it's like I want to it's like they're perfectly adapting these action sequences, but they're moving really fast. So I don't know like the scale. I'd have to really sit and think about it. That's kind of a crazy question.
So if I'm an anime watcher only, this is fine for me. Right? I'm looking at it. It's moving at a fast pace. Well, you don't even know it's moving at a fast pace because you're watching anime if you haven't read the webtoon in general. Since I read the webtoon, I'm like, okay, they're moving at light speed. But me as an anime watcher was like, okay, dialogue. I mean, it gives more clarity to some things, but do I really need it? Apparently, I didn't need it because the story is doing just fine without it.
3 episodes is very hard to ask this question after. I mean, like Blaine said, like ask me after episode 7. I'm saying ask me after the first season. Revisit this question after the entirety of the first season is adapted in August, 13 episodes, so I can give you a really good, like thought out.
Yeah, I'm always so conflicted by the differences, but at the same time, after I thought about it, I'm just like an anime right now. This is how it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this shit is slapping. There's no like for real and for true, regardless of criticisms. Like, obviously we're going to have like nothing's going to be perfect besides Hunter x Hunter 2011. But like we're going to have our we're going to have our criticisms, and it's not immune from criticism because week to week is the fastest rate that we can consume this media. So like obviously we're gonna have things to say because we have a whole week to fucking think about it.
Exactly.
But like for real and for true, this shit is gasoline, petroleum.
Do you think it's 100%. Getting the numbers and the respect that it should so far?
I don't know the numbers. So if someone wants to give me the numbers, I don't know.
Because when I'm looking at it, like any other top series, I always hear about it. I mean, even if I'm not with people I don't know or don't follow them. You see the retweets, you see everything, but I feel like it's getting some traction.
Oh yeah. Oh no, bro. This shit, bro. Is it trending right now? Like still?
Tower God?
Yeah, like I knew it was trending.
Yeah, it's like top 5 on I think.
Bro.
Okay.
Like if it's not trending right now, like it's gonna trend at least one more time before the end of the first season. 7 Rick 5 HXH agenda. You already know what it is. You feel me? Had to go ahead and throw that out there. But dude, I don't know the numbers. And honestly, like there's no way, like there are people that are treating this like anime of the year after 2-3 episodes.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't see that kind of like unless they completely shit the bed, like
it's always possible.
The numbers have got to be fine, at least right now. But
it would be number 3 in the popularity section
right now
for Crunchyroll right now. It'd be number 3. It goes Black Clover, My Hero, Tower God.
Wow.
How's Black Clover?
That's incredible.
That was Black Clover.
That's what I'm seeing right here.
Hey,
All I know is it's on the.
Hey, if you want to get into, I don't know, this has been a pretty quick episode. If you want to get into Black Clover slander, we can do it.
No, no, I can't get a Black Clover slander. We'll be here all night.
I got a lot to say
slander
about Black Clover, but I mean, like, I understand why. I mean, like, the anime is looks beautiful. From I mean, I don't watch it because I don't care, but like, it looks, the clips that I see on fucking Twitter look amazing.
The anime's doing better than the manga. I consider.
I mean, the manga is in a really good place compared to like bro. If you see me on my fucking like the last like 4 or 5 episodes of my Black Clover coverage, like, and I try not to be like too negative, you know what I'm saying, in like my like jump reviews. Like, obviously I'm gonna like put criticism where criticism is due, but there's a lot of people that like really go out of their way to like express their negative feelings for things because like controversy equals engagement, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really a big fan of that, you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell the truth, but like, I'm not gonna sit there and go like, oh yeah, this is gonna get a whole bunch of interaction, so like, fuck Black Clover. Like, I love Black Clover. Like, I've been reading Black Clover since chapter
still
1.
reading
Like,
it.
I'm still reading it. I was one of the biggest fans you'd ever fucking see. Like, when it started, I was like, this is it. And then, you know, as the series continued, I, you know, became more and more disappointed in it. And if you want to hear my fucking thoughts on that, go follow my fucking YouTube channel and watch my fucking Black Clover reviews. But I'm not like, that's not the point of this here. But I'm not surprised that Black Clover is trending on Twitter right now.
Me neither.
Which I'm assuming is where you brought that from, right, Seraph?
Crunchyroll.
Oh, Crunchyroll. Same thing.
Pretty much same thing.
Same thing. All right, cool.
So, final thoughts on episode 3. Any final thoughts from everybody?
That's that 91 octane dog, 110 race fuel dog.
Gas, water, heat, electric. Like I said, all your bills.
Water, I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it.
All your utilities and your rent. Fuck it. It should be crazy, and I'm very happy for it.
I'm liberating that.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just very happy that it's a good adaptation, and I get to watch it every week. Like, I'm excited to watch it.
It's wild going from the first episode till now. Like, you got to see, like, it changed the pacing, it changed everything as it went on. It's just crazy how like they actually listened to the viewers and decided to go for it. You know what I mean?
That's what happens when you fucking listen to. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. I don't really watch anime like that at this point in my life. Like, the last anime that I followed from beginning to end, I could tell you my last 5 that I did. Akame ga Kill.
Okay.
Hunter x Hunter 2011.
Of course you did.
Vinland Saga.
Yeah, Vinland Saga.
And Tower of God. There's not even 5. Oh, Blade of the Immortal.
Okay, I was about to say, what about Blade of the Immortal?
Yeah, Blade of the Immortal.
I put on episode 2.
Like, in the last, bro, when did Akame ga Kill come out? What, like 2017? Oh, I followed Juni Taisen from beginning to end too. But like, that's it, bro. You know, I don't care about anime, but like, this is like, it's very rare where I'm like, I'll watch the first episode of something that comes out in the season, and I go, I'm watching every episode of this. You know what I mean? So, if any of you care about my opinion to any degree, that perfectly like shows like, you know, like my thoughts on how I feel Tower of God is doing right now. So.
First 3 episodes.
It's doing great. They're actually listening to the audience compared to like doing what they want to do. You know, like for this being like the first Webtoon adaptation, you know, for anime, I feel like they would probably listen to what.
Gotta get it right.
You know, they're trying to get it right as they go.
Here's a cool question. 7Reek5 inside of the fucking chat said, what Webtoon do you all think could be up next for anime after Tower of God, Noblesse, and God of High School? Okay, so obviously this is not going to happen, even though I think that it should. But like, so for those who don't know, like, there's like manhwa, right? Which is like what a lot of people call these webtoons. And like, if you call a webtoon that comes from South Korea a manhwa, you're technically correct. But like, the real term for manhwa is literally the exact same thing as manga, but just over in South Korea. So it comes out of a publisher, it's black and white, you can get it in hardcover form, the whole shebang bang. That's what like a tried and true manhwa is. Webtoons are just any kind of digital comic book medium or media. You know, it can be Western, it can be Eastern, it can be American, it can be French, it doesn't matter. If it's all digital, it's a webcomic or it's a webtoon, right? But if, like I said, you have a South Korean webtoon, you can technically call it a manhwa, and that's fine. But the breaker, for anybody that's read it, is like the cornerstone.
Of course you read it, Sarah.
Tried and true like manhwa, at least from what I've seen about it online. I mean, like, you have like King of Hell, you have The Breaker, you might have some like weird like slice of life or like whatever. But like inside of the shonen genre,
Mhm.
the Breaker is like at the top of like critical acclaim inside of like the tried and true manhwa like medium.
It really is.
Why they didn't start with that, I don't know. I mean, like I get it because webtoons are, you know, like more, you know, whatever. But like if this was in Japan and Japan had like an equally or like more successful like digital comic book medium, do you really think that they would adapt those like before like their traditional,
Right,
you know,
right.
like there's a lot more like weight and there's a lot more like, you know, like depth to like manga in Japan because like we bombed them in the 40s and it fucked their infrastructure up and they didn't have fucking money to make movies and TV shows and all they could
Jeez.
afford was black and white ink comic books. That's why manga,
Yeah,
bro.
I
That's,
get
that's
you, but
yeah, that's why manga is as crazy as it is right now, is because we bombed the shit out of them. Like I hate saying like, you know what I'm saying, like Hiroshima and Nagasaki gave us fucking manga and anime, but like it did. You know what I'm saying? But like that, like there's no way that Japan would adapt a fucking digital colored version of their comic books before they adapted their like tried and true like traditional like published work. You know what I'm saying? So like Korea, I don't really know their history, but I feel like the Breaker should definitely be adapted right now. But other than that, the one that I would want to see, I don't know how well the others are doing, but the one that I would want to see out of the webtoon is fucking Gosu. I would love to see a Gosu anime.
Gosu, for me, it would be Gosu, and then like for like the romance comedy type style, it would have to be Let's Play. Let's
Red
Play would be a
Storm.
Red
Let's
Storm.
go.
Yeah, Red Storm.
Let's go, Red Storm.
Red Storm. Let's go.
That was
All
mine.
right.
I
Red
would do,
Storm's
I
the
would
one
do
I
Red
got.
Storm first before Gosu. Thank you, Penzu.
Because Red Storm all day, every day, anytime I get a chance.
No, yeah, big time.
So, final thoughts? Anything else, guys, for the end of the episode?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Look in the chat.
All right.
We good.
What's-
Everybody's
we
got
good?
their
Y'all got any
thoughts
more
out.
questions in the chat down there? Or
Yeah, how
we
long?
good?
How long have we been going? I feel like it's been 45 minutes.
1
Go
hour,
to Streamlabs top right.
3 minutes.
How many?
1 hour, 3 minutes.
Oh, really? We've been talking for an hour?
Yes, we have.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
dude, we've been talking for an hour. Well, minus like 10, 15 minutes of us just sitting there
so, like,
waiting
so,
for
like,
Trey.
are we putting this episode on YouTube or are you just streaming it and haven't been recording it?
So,
Yep.
Oh,
this is the end of the episode, everybody.
Next episode, what will it adapt? Asks Punzu real quick.
Obviously, it's just gonna be the rest of the Crown game, and it's gonna end with Bam. Oh, whoops. But
yeah, that one part.
I almost blew
No,
it.
I mean, hold on.
But yeah, it's just gonna be
But
the rest
no,
of the
no,
Crown game.
because he already noticed Rachel over there, so it's not really a real reveal, anyways. We're not gonna
That's
tell
not
what he
I'm
did,
talking about.
but he already knows he's
Yeah.
over there.
That's not what I'm. That's not what I'm. That's
Oh,
not what I'm
okay,
talking
then
about.
never mind.
They're not just gonna cut out what happens at the end of the Crown game
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
just because he saw Rachel at the end of this
I
episode.
wish they would, man. That pissed me off. And I'm thinking about it.
All right, all right.
It's just gonna be the rest of the Crown.
We can
game.
go on forever. All right, guys. This is
All right,
Ladies
all
and gentlemen, thank you for joining in on the Hunters Association podcast.
Yes.
I am Seraph. We got Big Knox over there. We got JC2K up in here, and we are out.
Subscribe to the
guys.
Project Manga Podcast. Goodbye.
See you.
And give us a follow too.
Subscribe to everything.